Given Sora's ability to generate simulated worlds, let me ask you a pothead question. Does this increase your belief, if you ever had one, that we live in a simulation? Maybe a simulated world generated by an AI system?
Yes, somewhat. I don't think that's like the strongest piece of evidence. I think the fact that we can generate worlds should increase everyone's probability somewhat, or at least openness to it somewhat. But, I was like certain we would be able to do something like Sora at some point. It happened faster than I thought, but I guess that was not a big update.
Yeah, but the fact that, and presumably it'll get better and better and better, the fact that you can generate worlds, they're novel. They're based in some aspect of training data, but like when you look at them, they're novel. That makes you think like how easy it is to do this thing, how easy it is to create universes, entire like video game worlds that seem ultra realistic and photorealistic, and then how easy is it to get lost in that world, first with a VR headset and then on the physics-based level.
Someone said to me recently, I thought it was a super profound insight, that there are these like very simple sounding but very psychedelic insights that exist sometimes. So the square root function. Square root of 4, no problem. Square root of 2, okay, now I have to like think about this new kind of number. But once I come up with this easy idea of a square root function that, you can kind of like explain to a child and exists by even like, looking at some simple geometry, then you can ask the question of what is the square root of -1? And this is, why it's like a psychedelic thing, that like tips you into some whole other kind of reality. And you can come up with lots of other examples, but I think this idea that the lowly square root operator can offer such a profound insight and a new realm of knowledge applies in a lot of ways. And I think there are a lot of those operators for why people may think that any version that they like of the simulation hypothesis is maybe more likely than they thought before. But for me, the fact that Sora worked is not in the top 5.
I do think, broadly speaking, AI will serve as those kinds of gateways at its best. Simple, psychedelic-like gateways to another way of seeing reality.
That seems for certain.
That's pretty exciting. I haven't done ayahuasca before, but I will soon. I'm going to the aforementioned Amazon jungle in a few weeks.
You excited?
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Not the ayahuasca part. That's great, whatever. But I'm going to spend several weeks in the jungle, deep in the jungle. And it's exciting, but it's terrifying because there's a lot of things that can eat you there and kill you and poison you. And but it's also nature, and it's the machine of nature. And you can't help but appreciate the machinery of nature in the Amazon jungle, because it's just like this system that just exists and renews itself like every second, every minute, every hour. It's the machine. It makes you appreciate like this thing we have here, this human thing, came from somewhere. This evolutionary machine has created that, and it's most clearly on display in the jungle. So hopefully I'll make it out alive. If not, this will be the last conversation we had, so I really deeply appreciate it.